Hi ma'am, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Can I know your full name?
My name is Gaurangi Upadhyaya and you can also call me Gauri.
Gauri, where are you from?
I am from Kopan, which is located in Budhanilkantha municipality. It is basically the very famous place where Kopan temple is also located.
And do you work or are you a student?
Nowadays I am working women, but in future I am trying to pursue my master's degree as well.
Okay Gauri, in your part 1 of your IELTS speaking test, we are going to talk about birthdays. Do you enjoy your birthdays?
I'm not a party lover person, so I don't quite enjoy my birthday because I don't like partying and enjoying with my friends. So, yeah.
And what did you do on your last birthday, if you could remember?
Well, in my last birthday, I remember that I was all alone in my home, just chilling with myself, watching movies, having fun with myself.
Can you remember a birthday as a child you had enjoyed a lot?
As I said earlier, I am not a party person, but when I was in class 5 maybe, my parents threw a huge party for my birthday. It was a surprise birthday party, so in that case, my friends, family, all the neighbor will have been invited, and I fully enjoyed that birthday party.
Do most people in your country celebrate their birthdays?
In my opinion, nowadays people celebrate more often than the previous days because people have been earning a lot of money nowadays because of the lavish lifestyle of them, and people have been earning and people are getting very good employment. So yeah, I guess people are more into enjoying their birthday parties nowadays.
Okay, Gauri, whose birthdays are considered very important in your country?
In my opinion, I think in my country the birthdays of the children are considered more important nowadays because whenever the children are grown up, they grow older, the value of their birthdays decline by day. If we celebrate the birthdays of the children itself, they tend to enjoy and have fun very much, which is not seen in adult nowadays. So yeah, I think it is the reason why people celebrate most of the birthdays of the children, not the elderly people.
Since you talk about your childhood, now I want to know, did you enjoy your childhood?
Yes, I fully enjoyed my childhood very much because my parents had provided me each and every facilities that I wanted as a child. They had given me the toys I wanted, they had given me the knowledge, the education that I wanted. My friends were very much friendly with me, so yeah, I enjoyed my childhood very much.
Did you have a lot of friends when you were a child?
Yes, I did have a lot of friends when I was a child because as we all know that child mind is very much free of such politics and everything that affects the society. They are not into the problems of the society. They can enjoy a lot. So as a child, I too enjoyed my childhood and had a lots of friends. So.
And do you think it is better for a children to grow up in the city or they should be grown up in the countryside?
In my opinion, I think children should be familiar with both the part of the country because as a child you have to explore various things surrounding you. You will have to explore the city side also, countryside also, because they will have the knowledge regarding what kind of population, what kind of problems the people of that location are suffering, so that they can, have their mentality of growing and giving what they can offer to the society as an adult.
Okay, Gauri, now let's move on to part 2 of your IELTS speaking test. Here I'll be giving you a topic for which you'll have to talk for 2 minutes. Your topic is describe some good news that you have recently received. You'll have to say what the news was, how you received the news, who gave it to you, and lastly explain why this good news was very good You'll be getting 1 minute to prepare for this. This is your cue card. Please start making your notes.
Thank you.
Okay, now you can stop and start talking for 2 minutes. Are you ready to share your information?
Yes, ma'am.
Please start.
So as we all know that as a child or as an adult, we always have been dreaming of becoming something in our life, obviously. So as a child, also, I had a very big dream of becoming chartered accountant once in my life. So during that process, I had given my best for clearing the chartered accountancy examination, which has basically 3 levels, among which level 2 is considered as one of the most tough examination all around the world. It was when I heard the news that I had cleared my CAT 2 level of examination, I was very much over the moon when I heard the news. Whenever I think about that moment, I can't even stop smiling when I even remember that feeling. I was very much, since it was one of my dreams to become chartered accountant, I was very much panicking at that situation when the result was being published. So my mother had to console me, she had to bring me water every time, and that since I was very much panicking, I had turned off my mobile phone, for which one of my friends had called my mother, and she shared the news that I had obviously cleared my chartered accountant level 2 examination. And it is very, very much important for me, because obviously everyone's dream has to become true in their life. It is very important, and whenever I even think of that moment, I can't even stop smiling. And it is important because it can give you priority in the society. It improves your economic condition. Most importantly, it gives you satisfaction in your life, which is very important to even grow as in a career, as professionalism. So it is very important for me.
Thank you so much, Gauri. Now let's move on to part 3 of your IELTS speaking test. In this part 3, we are talking about clothes. Can clothing tell you much about a person?
Well, in my opinion, in this 21st century, obviously appearance plays a very good role in judging or giving impression to the people. As there is a saying called first impression is always the last impression. Clothing affects the personality that you appear, that judges your appearance, look. Either it says that you are smart enough to be in certain position, or it creates certain disagreement regarding your appearance or smartness. So though we say that never judge a book by its cover, but in the society it is always happening that people mostly judge by your outer appearance.
Why do some companies ask their staffs to wear uniforms?
Well, in that situation, I guess whenever the professional person or the employee are in their office uniform, they look much more smarter than they appear in casual dresses. If the office staff tend to wear the casual dress that are always worn, the value of the uniform will not be very much valuable in the society, and it will also prioritize the organization, and it will show that how professional the person looks whenever they are going into the interview, or you can say giving the presentation. So it is the reason, I guess.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of having uniforms at work?
I guess everything has its own pros and cons of having something in yourself. In the same way, uniform has also its own advantages and disadvantages. For example, if the person wears a certain type of uniform, then that appearance makes the person very much confident in their life, and the appearance can be looked professional, and they can also be prioritized in their speaking. And in the same way, disadvantages has also been mentioned, can also be seen about the uniform, because every person may not be able to afford certain type of uniform. So looking into the factor, I think in my opinion the organization should arrange in such a manner that every person can afford such uniform and look professional in the same time.
When do people wear traditional clothing in your country?
Well, I guess in my country, most of the people wear traditional clothes whenever there is festive season, or whenever you are going to attend certain type of marriage ceremony or any other ceremony that there is gathering of lots of people. And I guess the people are not much into wearing such traditional clothes, because it seems to be heavy and it is not very much comfortable in our country. And I guess the priority that has been given to the Western type of clothing is more prioritized than the clothes that are traditional. So I guess people are not much into wearing traditional clothes, but occasionally they have been wearing such clothes.
Okay, Gauri, how have clothing fashion changed over the last decade?
Well, I am very much thankful that you asked this question, because in my opinion there has been a huge difference in the fashion that was in the past decades and nowadays. Globally we can see that, not globally, but in Nepal we can see that people are more into wearing the clothing that are more Western, that are of Western culture, not our Eastern culture. Because I guess people are more comfortable wearing the Western types of clothes, such as short pants and skirts for ladies, of course. And since the traditional clothing are very uncomfortable, heavy to wear, it has a lots of ornaments to wear. And also the Western culture makes you feel professional and feel confident. And in the past decade also, since people used to wear the traditional clothes, they had to give much of their time only putting on the ornaments or putting on the clothes. But nowadays, since people are more into wearing the Western dresses, they consume lesser time and can be more confident and can give their time to other productive activities. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Gauri. That's the interview IELTS speaking test. The best thing that I found in your speaking was your confidence. For every question you had a very nice answer. That was the best thing about your speaking. Now I guess there are some of the things that you have to work on your speaking. First of all, although your fluency was good, but there were some of the questions in which your fluency was not at its best. Yes. Try to be calm, try to talk slowly so that the examiner will not be having any problem in listening your pronunciation especially. Secondly, although you tend to use very complex vocabulary like lavish, console and other idioms, try to add more kind of collocations in your speaking as well. And lastly, please work on your IELTS speaking part 3. Though you were giving reasons for your part 3, some of the reasons were going out of topic, so please work when you are practicing in your actual IELTS speaking class as well. Thank you so much for having me, Gauri.
Thank you.